Hello, hello, my friend. Come on into the craft room. We have some fun stuff today. I'm not usually on live today, but I was like, you know what? I just want to get on and create. I just want to craft. I want to do something fun. And so that's what we're going to do today. We are going to work with crushed glass. This is probably something that you've seen. It's nothing new, or maybe you haven't seen it yet. And I'm going to teach you something new. Whatever it is, I'm so glad you're here. Um, Tell me hello when you walk in. Walk in. Tell me hello when you come sit down. We have I have there's actually so many of these that I want to show you. I completely just lost my train of thought for a hot second. Welcome to my page. That's what happens sometimes. Let me pull comments up and make sure that I can see you guys. Um, I was gonna send a message to the group because you guys I'm usually not live at this time. So there you go. If you are on our broadcast channel, you got a message and will be coming and joining us. But say hello. Hello, Terry. Hello, Joyce. All right. This is, check this cutie out. Okay. This is a piece that we did at our retreat this past May. We did a crushed glass piece. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Look, check it out. And so this, if you're a VIP, or this is going to be a kit that's released to you soon, not with the glass, you do have to get your glass, but you can get this cut out. Um, but we're going to do it on some of these. So these are ornaments that we released. Oh, last week. I think it was last week, but check these out. They're actually so cool. You can paint these. You can put crushed glass in them. You can do whatever you want. Is that 368? Okay, so this is one set. Um, you're gonna get all these for like $24, I think. Don't quote me, I don't remember. And then there's a circle set, which I'm gonna show you. But these are like quilt designs. So you could use all paint, you could use beads, you could use crushed glass and resin. You could There are so many cool ways that you could bring these to life. If you love like detail painting, it does have the etching on there so you can see and you can paint it in. That way, those individual ones, you can make some cool designs on them. So this one comes with 8, and I don't know, we might do one of those tonight. I don't know. I'm gonna Oops, because I know we're gonna do one of these round ones. I'll show you the round ones real quick. Good evening, Desiree. Good evening. All right, there we go. Actually, it fits that way better. Oh, hold on. So is this one of those ones that has to be perfect? No, I just didn't have it right. There's that one, this one, and this one. Aren't they so cool? I love them. So we're going to use some crushed glass. And I really want to do this one. We're going to do this one in crushed glass. And then we're going to do, you guys, I have these. This is not Christmas at all. These are all one of you guys sent them to me, but they're all like confetti. But this one, you probably can't see. It's like flowers. Here's puzzle pieces. Here's butterflies. I thought about putting some of those in there, but I don't know. That might not be. I don't know. These are cool. It would be fun to use them in something. Ooh, I need like a whole container of these. Can you see these? There's like pinks and yellows and so much cuteness there. You see that? So much cuteness. Hello, hello. How are you guys? Hello, Mary. How are you? Hello, Sherry. How are you? All right. So, what we're going to do, I don't know. I pulled those out and was like, that's a really cool. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. I haven't decided. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you the colors of glass we have. Um, we have a ton of colors here. And actually, I think, woo, I'm so glad that was shut. Stay right there. Don't fall. Do you supply the insides? You mean like these cutouts? It doesn't come with them. I mean, I guess there's no reason why I wouldn't. I would just have to make sure I got them all. These would be hard because those tiny ones are going to get lost and broken pretty easy. The really tiny, tiny ones. So I'm debating. We have all these colors, and I honestly, man, I do have a lot of colors. I didn't realize I had this many colors. All right, I think this is all the colors. I think that's all of them, and now they're just in the way. Oh, geez. Hold on. There we go. Let's put them up here, and we'll go through them. But first, let's paint a color. So I don't have Christmas colors as far as I don't think I do have a red. I do have a red and a green, but these are mostly light colors like this. So we're just gonna go with it. But these are gonna be absolutely gorgeous. With that being said, let's paint one of these white. And what should we do the other one? What should we do the other one? Let's get our white out. And just like the back, like when you're using napkins and Mod Podging napkins and you put a layer of white down, I would do that on these as well. I would do that on these as well. Um, it's just going to make the colors a lot brighter, especially like there's a color here, like this blue, it's kind of see-through. Okay. So if, and there was white behind that. So you can see it's not like a dark wood color behind it. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one. These would have been great projects to spray paint. Should we just do them both white? Let's just do them both white. Let's just do that. Because I think my colors here are going to, they're all going to match and go with a white. We're going for it. Except if we're going to do the second one, I didn't get enough paint out. Now, there are also, you're getting these two pieces. You can use just this if you want. Okay. You're going to have to, all you vinyl lovers out there, the Cricut owners and Silhouette owners and all that, your transfer tape is what you can use on the back. So you're going to put the transfer tape on the back. You need to paint both sides. Okay. Because if you want to see through it, you want both sides to be white. Um, did I get that? Yes, I did. Anyway, I just don't have any transfer tape on me to show you. I gave it to my daughter for the daycare. She's the director of a daycare. And so she was cutting stuff with her Cricut and didn't have any transfer tape. So, and I just haven't ordered it anymore. All right. So we have that white. Let's do this one. Who has done some of these? Have you guys, because I know there are a couple ladies here that have done the like the sun ones, sun charms, not sun charms. What the heck word am I trying to think of? All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and do two coats on this top. So you're not going to really see that one, okay? But, oh, there's people asking questions. Where did you get the glass? It's in my Amazon shop. They're from Amazon. I linked them all before we got on here, along with the glue that we're going to be using. And so if you type Daisy Love, and it'll take you to a bunch of links, and my Amazon link is one of them. And then it's just in the DIY section. I did that before I jumped on. I was like, I need to have this for them. All right. I think that's going to be good. The two coats is going to be perfect. Ooh, white with blues on the inside like a snowflake. Have you done one like that? Or is that what you're saying that we should do on here? That would look good. Sun catchers, yes. I don't know why that word was not coming to my brain at that moment in time. All right. There we go. That's done. We're going to let those dry and clean up a little bit of mess right here. And we're going to get some of our. So I am not using resin. I'm using liquid glass from TriArt. This is in the Amazon cart as well. All right, we got all of our paint out of the way. This is in the Amazon cart as well. Sorry. This has to dry overnight. You don't have to like it'll probably take 24 hours to dry. We actually it wasn't even 24 because we did these on Friday, so they'd have all day Saturday to dry so that they were dry when they went home on Sunday. And the next morning, there were some that still weren't, but it probably tells you on the thing how long, how many hours. Um, it doesn't, but it probably does in the like you can look up online and see. It just reminds you of a snowflake. I agree. Are you talking about this one? We'll do that one blue. We have a blue. We actually have a couple blues. We could alternate. Ooh, look at that with some of the blues. Oh my goodness. So this is a mixture of a bunch of different colors. I don't know if you can tell that, but it's a mixture of a bunch of different colors. I love it. Let's show you the colors real quick. Let's put these over here to the side. These are still drying. All right. So hmm, I'll use parchment paper. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to put these on parchment paper. So here is a blue. Look at that blue. Isn't that pretty? See it? And this is the multicolored one. Here's another blue. Here's like an aqua. And then we have a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of like, this is a more goldish color. Orange. Here's a light pink. And then here's one that's not as light, but they're still both very light. This looks like amber. That must have been a popular color at the retreat. And this is a wide array of colors too. So this is a mixture. But then look at these. These are like metallic-y. Can you tell? Hello, Anne. They're like metallic. Like this is a rose gold one. It's so pretty. It's like metallic-y. So let's do this one. Let's make sure it's dry. And then I'm going to I was thinking of a piece of cardboard, but I must not have them over here. You know that I wrap your guys' projects in sometimes? I don't think I have any. So we'll just leave them here. And we'll see, because I'll be live at 10 a.m. in the morning. We'll see if they're dry. That's going to make me trip when I saw with them. Yeah, Amber does sun catchers all the time. That's like her love right now. She is doing, yeah, she does some really cool ones. This is the same concept. You're getting the back piece. You don't have to use the back piece. Let's work on this one first. All right, so we're going to go ahead and glue these together. But again, if you were not going to use the background piece, you would want to paint the other side of this as well. Quick tip is spray paint these. Okay, lay it down like this, spray paint it, and then lay it down like this and spray paint it, and you're going to get all of that edging white. Okay, so you're going to, all this is going to be white. The inside you're not going to see because this is going to be full, and so it's going to be covered. All right, this is how it goes. Nope. All right, we just had this. Hold on. Why does that feel like that? Does it? There we go. That's it. All right. We're just going to use a little bit. Well, actually, we should probably get all around the edge so there's no seepage. Just be careful. You're going to get glue all over you. But I will paint these edges when I'm done. Like if you were using these for ornaments, they would be so cute. That's what they're technically for, is your ornaments. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it so it's not getting all over me when I go to pick it up. And I had some seepage in here on the front side, but it's fine. It's just going to hold the glass in there. All right, let's go ahead and glue this one on as well. Debbie. Hello, Roxanne. I feel like my glasses should be on for this part. And then we're just going to get this little X right here in the middle. Ta-da! So, oops, see, there we go. It just laddered out the edges and got all over me. Again, I will paint the edges of all of these white. There we go. All clean. All right. So I did not pull all my tools out. We have a box here from the live retreat that I've never unpacked. You guys haven't ever done that, has never. So I need one of these. And then I need, there's a little plastic tool somewhere. Maybe. I'll use something different if I don't have it. Maybe I don't have it. There's the cups. They're in here. These little cups are really good because I did not put these on my Amazon shop. I'm going to tell you I probably should have, okay? I'll show you what they're for. I'm looking for plastic, but I guess I don't have it there. It's fine. It's basically a rubber little spatula to help move around your triple thick. Now, when you put this on, it's going to look cloudy too, but then it dries really, really pretty. So, all right. This is crushed glass. It is in my Amazon shop, Debbie. I put them all in the DIY section before we started here. I did that for you. All right, so let's see what blues we want. Do we want to maybe mix these two together? Or three? Let's mix three together. All right, let's do this. Here's how we're going to do this one. We're going to do this center flower right here, all in one color. And then we'll do these diamonds in one color, and then we'll do these squares in one color. How's that sound? Let's see what color. We're going to do the aqua in the flower part. Aqua. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I think that'll be good. What do you think? And then what color should we use on this one, you guys? One of my favorites is this. I just love this multi one. So we might have to use that too. All right. So this is a little bit of a long process. I was only going to do one, but we're going to do two tonight, I think. So you're going to pour some of your crushed glass in here. These are like little, they're the rubber cups. And I saw the piece in there that was not glass. Make sure there's no colors in it. There's some yellow. All right. We'll do this one. So the reason I like the rubber is because it sticks to it. Do you see I have this up pretty high at an angle? Well, I guess you can't see. There you go. How's that? Can't see my face for a while, but that's okay. So, oops, there we go. There went one. It as it fell out, but it stays in there, and so you can kind of scooch it in there versus dumping it. It's a little bit easier to me. And just get a pair of tweezers or something. This is glass, so it can be sharp, so be careful. Um, and then I just kind of feel to see if it's level. That looks pretty good. All right, so now we'll do this one because we're going to do all four of these edges here. We need a little bit more here in this corner because there we go. That one looks pretty good. We might have to get a little bit more out. It's quiet. I mean, it's usually only, I can only usually only hear myself talk, but these are going to be really pretty ornaments. Oh, they look like eye wash hand cups. That's going to be so pretty. Now, if you wanted, so I want my frame shiny as well. And so we're going to use this to go on the edges of our frame as well. But we're not going to have it spill over the edge. That's the intention anyway. We'll see if we get that. Got glue on my fingers. All right, this one might be a little tall right there. Moving it around a little bit. All right, there we go. Dump it all back in there. Let's do the light blue now. All right, so now I think this one we'll do right here. Has anybody played with crushed glass? That's pretty. It's going to be very pretty. Let me try and zoom in for you guys. I bet I can. Hold on. Is it too bright? Done. There you go. It's a little bit better, right? A little closer. We weren't working on a big project, so who was here last night and watched our little Rudolph, our little reindeer come together? So cute. Man, if you didn't watch that, you need to go back and watch it. And you'll hear me talk about what we can learn from Rudolph's red nose. Rudolph's red nose had purpose. That was a very unique quality of his, and it had a purpose. And I talked about that last night. I absolutely love these. Here's a color. All right. That was quick, right? Sherry, you have done some. They're fun. I think they're really fun making ornaments. And like I said, maybe you could even make these as ornaments like some sun catchers. Might need a little bit more. Like they could be double-sided to where you can see through them. All right. So now these are a little bit smaller. So sometimes these small places, like the sharp corners there, you got to kind of maneuver it down in those spots. Okay, there we go. That one looks good. Ooh, that's a big piece of glass. Let's put that one in there. What have you guys made? Like, what have you made? Was it Sherry? You should share them inside um, the sharing page. All right. This one has a pretty sharp one right there. We're going to move that one because it's pretty sharp right there. So you're just going to have more issues the smaller your little spots are for you to put in your glass, just because of the tight corners that you're going to come up against. So you're just going to be a little more patient. One of the things that we learned when we were at the retreat is that we let these dry overnight and then checked them the next day. And since all of the triple thick had had a chance to settle overnight, we could see some spots that didn't have any, or maybe we'd missed with putting glass there. And I was like, okay, well, let's see. I don't know if you can pour triple thick on top of triple thick, because, sometimes you can't do that. It won't look right. But it worked. So if you like this and you let it set and then you're like, oh my gosh, I missed that spot, you can do this over and you can't even tell where, ooh, popped it in that blue. You can't tell where you put it. And you're definitely going to learn some tips along the way for sure. Hey, Sherry. Oh, you were saying you were there for Rudolph. Roxanne Rudolph's cousin. Yes, I love it. And now this is kind of sat for a while. I feel like I could maybe use some more of some of these other colors. But again, that's where it's going to come in, where if I look at this tomorrow and I see some spots where maybe it needs some more glass, we can do that and use the triple thick right over it. Feels pretty tall. I think it's okay though. All right, hold on. It's pretty brave of me to pick this up, I'm telling you. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. All right, let's put that one over there and we'll do the coating on them all at once, okay? All right, so let's do this one with some. like a sun. Okay. So we have this one, which is like reds and yellows and just a bunch of different colors. Okay. A little bit of a mixture. A little bit of a mixture. We have some of this is gold and then your orange. All right, let's do red in the middle, this mixture, and then orange and then yellow. So the red is in the center. Let's do that. Let's put that back up there so I don't knock it with my arm. Hey, Andrea, how are you? All right. So we're going to do these four. Whoops. Get it all over. There we go. This is going to look like a Chiefs one. Go Chiefs. Yes, I'm a Chiefs girl. It's because my boys are. I probably wouldn't even have a preference if I didn't have boys. This is going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous. So you're definitely going to need some little tweezers. So these I got off Amazon, and I think I put those in the link too. If you guys like these ornaments, they are in the shop. You can comment sold 1352 for the round ones and sold space 1351. Oops, that's not supposed to go there. Yeah, let's try not to do that because now I have a lot to pick up. That's what I get. All right, hold on. Let's move all this over before I get distracted again. Oops, we'll come back to that one. Oops. All right. That wasn't that bad. Perfect. You're going to tell you move the finish when you're getting close with your arm, right? I feel like that's super glue. It was. Where did the super glue come from? Oh, it was all dry. All right, now let's do the orange and then we'll do the yellow. Let's see. Is that what we really want? Is the orange? I feel like the orange has stuff in it too. I wonder if they got mixed. They might have got mixed. That's all right. Maybe since let's do the we're gonna do the orange on the outside here. We're gonna do the yellow on the inside there. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna do this part yellow, but I think I like it with the orange. Because I think it's too close of a color to be right next to it up here in those areas. So this glass is a little bit finer. There's not as many broken pieces. You're probably gonna begin to see that if you start doing a lot of glass, is probably the quality of them is going to vary um, between like suppliers and stuff like that. So tomorrow morning, we are going to do our, we'll be live at 10 with our item of the weekend. And then I will probably be in the VIP group after that sometime tomorrow to work on our old world Santa, our big Santa. That's not supposed to be there. What colors would you guys use? Man, they're limitless in this, you guys. Oh, you have your grandson in your arms. That's precious. So precious, Cheryl. Best feeling ever, isn't it? Mine isn't that little anymore. I have to get some more orange out. Let's get a little bit more. Really more than that, though. This is relaxing to me. Um, I don't know. I think it is. I think it just depends. Different crafts do different things for you. And this one I think is very relaxing to me. Ooh, there's a bright yellow one in there. I think it's supposed to be, though. So that's one of the things that I have to let go of when I do work on these is the need for perfection. Because you're gonna be like, oh, especially with these mixed colors, we're still gonna move that out. It's moving, it's moving. You gotta let your perfection of that go sometimes, but I couldn't on that one. All right, so right here, I'm seeing, there we go. I could see a lot of that white in that corner. So you have to find the perfect little piece that fits right in that. Yes, we will when our boys start a family again. Yes, you are absolutely right. All right, this yellow is so vibrant. Yep, there's cups. These are really pretty with the white. So I have typically when you see sun catchers and things like that, you only see like the black framing, which would be what the weld lines, whatever. There's a fancy word for them, but anyway, I really wanted to see what it would look like with different colors, and so there were so many different ones at the retreat because we all used different colors, and it was so gorgeous. That went right into my orange. That's all right. You should be able to pick it out pretty easy. And this orange has variegated in it, so it's not that bad. Just have your tweezers ready. Okay. I'm excited to look at these tomorrow, you guys. So after I'm done with them and they're dry, I am going to turn them upside down and put them on a board. I'm going to turn them upside down and spray paint the back of them, and which will also catch the edge. But if it's laying flat, it's not going to get on any of the inside. So that's what I'll do once they're that's really pretty. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, let's put all these up. We're gonna have to play with them some more, that's for sure. But just think about I just linked these colors, but like in this color, like if you pull this color up, there's other color options in it. So some Christmas color options would be gorgeous. Um, yeah, super exciting. All right. For this part, this is where you need a little rubber spot or like a rubber spatula. And I don't know where mine are, so I can't use them. So I'm gonna use one of my dotting tools and I'll just clean it really good. All right. So we're gonna put some of this. This is liquid glass. It's from Try Art. Yes, these are in the shop, but the glass is not. Okay. Glass is not in the shop. No mixing with this at all. You probably don't need to. Do you like the down view to where you can see? You're so far away. Okay. Yeah, the ornaments are in the shop, not the glass. The glass you have to get from Amazon. And you're just gonna very slowly pour. Um, and I'm gonna get all along the edge up here too, but I just don't want it to fall over. Now, if it does fall over, don't worry. You can break this off, any excess off, and you can sand it down, so it's fine. But this would be really good for people that can't really do like resin. So we're going to do all the inside pieces first. And you know what? I probably should have this leaned down because you can kind of see the stream and how thin ish I'm having it come out. This is just another way that you can bring our wood pieces to life. Um, Especially pieces like this that have the cutouts. All right, so, ooh, my hand got a little heavy there. We'll come back to that one because it's kind of full. Let's go here. Let's put some in here. Now, these are not all the way to the edge yet. We're going to do that. And also, this looks really cloudy, okay? It is not going to dry cloudy, I promise. All right, we got a lot on here. And this is where the spatula comes in really handy because you can spread some of them out. We might have to put some more on. We're gonna have to put some more on because that's not enough because I want it to pull out to the edge too. See, just like that. We're just gonna pull it to the edge and it's not gonna fall off. It'll keep that barrier there unless, obviously, you have too much. I mean, if you have too much of this on there, it's gonna spill over the edge. Let's put some more in the middle there. There we go. See how it's coming together? I don't know what that is. It's red. Now, if I come down here in the morning and it has spilled over, it's all right. We can still manage with it. So you're just kind of pulling it out to the edge and then just stopping right there. We might need some more here. No, there's enough. Yeah, we might need a little bit more here. No, I think I'm managing. Now, just make sure that the table that you're setting them on to dry overnight is level. That was an issue in the 100-year-old house that we were in. It was not level. All right, so we're going to keep this on the paper here and we're going to let that dry. If there's any bubbles, anything, go ahead and, try to pop them. You can use your heat gun if you want and just kind of put it over the top. However, um, if you have it too powerful on it, it can push it off the edge. So you need to be very careful about that. All right, let's do this one. That's going to look gorgeous. All right, so we're going to start in the middle. It's typically what I do. I don't know, there might be another way. That's how I do it. I'm going to fill in all of these. Do the yellow ones. Now we'll do some orange ones, and we may have to come back and do more. But we'll do a little bit, and then if we need to add more, we can. Because you don't want too much. That is what will cause it to spill over the edges. And we got a lot in here, so let's do a little bit more on this side. There we go. All right. Let's work on this down. So very cool. Like I said, it's a little bit hard to tell at first because it's cloudy, but I'll show you the other one and I'll show you the difference with it held up next to it. If any of your glass pieces float, because depending on how thick you're going to get this, your pieces can float with it. Just make sure that you are fixing all those before you let it dry completely. You can use your tweezers. There's a little piece that floated. Just move it back where it's supposed to go. See, I'm kind of pulling from the inside out. Again, just be careful that you don't pick up glass. Like there's a piece that needed to go back. Be very careful touching the edges because if you can break that seal that's on the edge, and when you're moving it, it could spill over. So you want to be careful on those edges. All right. That looks like maybe a little hole there. I think that looks good. It looks all flat. And it's all gonna like sink in some too. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Debbie. The glasses on Amazon. I did, if you type Daisy Love, it'll send you to my links. And then there's an Amazon, my Amazon list is there. It'll take you to the Amazon list when I did put these on right before we started. Can you still use the liquid glass if you make them into sun catchers? And would you need to use transfer tape? Um, so I will get some transfer tape and we'll try one of them and I'll let you know. I'm pretty sure that it would be hard enough because this is really hard. I'm pretty sure that you could do it. Could you use the paintbrushes to go over the white edges? Yes, absolutely. It does settle nicely into the glass. Hello, Marissa. Well, I'm not usually live at this time of the night. So this is what it looked like. This is what I use. Now, this does have texture to it. Okay. It is not smooth. That I'm doing through trial and error. There's a lot more of that that's kind of puddled on the top. And so those will probably not have this much texture. So just play with it. I love this one that has the texture. I don't know. There's just something about it that I just love feeling the texture of it. And I love this background, this like the frame color we did, so these are white. This one is aqua. So think about that too. Kind of what vibe are you wanting to go with? But these would be really great. You get 8 of the square ones, and then these you only get 3 of. Okay, but there are so many different ones in here. So many different ones. So yes, I did, Sherry. Even on the inside? No, not on the inside because you can't see it because your glass is all the way up on the inside. Yeah. Yep. I love those. I love those. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, you guys. It was a kind of a surprise live. I'm not usually live on Thursday night, but we had some time. And so I was like, we're going to just do it. Let's go live and create some ornaments. So thank you guys for joining me. I will be live at 10 a.m. in the morning, sharing with you what our item of the week is. And that is our item that we have once a week that is 50% off all weekend. Okay. So from Friday through Sunday, I always have something that is 50% off. Um, 99% of the time. There might be a time where it's a special release and it's only available for the weekend and then you'll never get it in the shop again. So just make sure you're on my email list for all those. If you go to that Daisy Love, it'll give you the link to join my email list. It'll give you links to go to the shop. It'll give you links to go to the Amazon shop. It'll give you links to my blog. It'll give you links to the podcast that I did a long time ago that I want to pick back up again, all the things. So make sure that you are following in all the places. We have an amazing community here. And I just want to welcome you guys in. If you are new here, we have a beautiful community. We have a faith filled, purposeful community here. And that is how I am trying to live my life every day and how I encourage you guys to live your life every day: purposeful, faith filled, and intentional. And I got some things that I'm going to talk about inside the VIP group. I'm just working on things in my own personal life and I'm going to share with them. So, comment VIP if you want in there because there's so much fun stuff going on in there. We are going to work on our Santa tomorrow. All right. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye.